All right, guys. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. So one of the purpose of this particular recording is to go over one of the remedy that our mentor Vincent have laid out for us. And my intention is to try to make this elementary as much as possible and to reduce any type of concerns on what is needed, how it need to be done, where you need to send it to, and so forth. So hopefully we fulfill that goal to make sure that we answer most of the questions to get your foundation going and also submitting your form so you can get remedy. So what I want to do is kind of turn the mic over to Vince. And Vince, if you can you give us a quick little synopsis of why we should do this and why is it is important that using the IRS as a partner for us to get this remedy, if you don't mind.
Okay, so for example, the IRS is our trustee. But the only problem that we have out here is that we are still presumed to be custodians, aka debtors. We need to start operating as a creditor. And one way that we kill the presumption is we have to put ourselves in trust. All right, so basically the revocable living trust. So once you put yourself in trust, you kill the presumption, right? So if you look up Palm's manual, guardianship status, SSA, it's going to tell you in order to take guardianship and custodianship away from the corporation and not be considered a minor or incompetent, one must be in a revocable living trust and have a trust account at the bank. So basically, we're only doing what they're telling us to do. That's why when you create an EIN number for your trust, you get your trust recorded in the county and you take that trust document and you open up a bank account. You have did what they told you to do. Once you have your trust certified through the county, then you send that up to the state's attorney general to let him know that a new trustee has been appointed. Now, once we do all that, we now kill the presumption that they have guardianship over us. That trust is our Superman. Make sense?
Yes, sir.
Make sense? Okay. So, go ahead.
Do anyone have any questions on, and this is, I just want to open the question for the group that is on here, which we have David, Mike, Paula, and I think Deja might have popped off, but
I'm here, brother.
anyway, okay, good. If anyone have any questions about that understanding of what we're doing.
No, sir.
And why it's important that we should do it this way. Any questions on that? All right, cool. All right, so one of the things that you mentioned, Vince, is the process. So can you mention what documentation that is needed, and then we can go through each one of them, if you don't mind, please.
Okay, so basically the main thing that we need to do and understand is once we're in that trust, we're considered to be alive. But we also got to put the IRS on notice and let them know that we are alive and that the trust is running the social. So that's the POA, which is the 2848. The 2848 is the power of attorney. The 8821 makes your trust over the entity, the all cap name. And then we send in a non-decedent letter to let them know that we're alive. Those three documents, the non-decedent letter, the 2848, and the 8821. A gentleman
Awesome.
and a gentlewoman must always put them on notice to let them know who we are. And once we send those documents in, we have killed that presumption that these companies can come in and file 1099s on our estate without us even knowing.
Understand. So just want to make sure it's clear. You're saying a 2848, which is power of attorney, 8821, where we're giving over permission to our trust. We look at a non-descendant letter, let them know that we're not dead, we're taking claim, and a trust, revocable living trust, and not only getting that established, but get that recorded and certified, and also open up a bank account in the trust name. And then we're sending a letter to the Attorney General to give him notice that there's a new trustee. Is that it so far?
That's correct.
Okay, so the first thing I have up on the screen is the revocable living trust. So on this particular example, everything you've given us, Vince, is in red that we need to change. And I believe most of it is explanatory. Is there anything that you want to emphasize on the trust that we should pay attention to?
No, everything in there is right there for you. All you got to do is make it your own. Everything in red, you put your information in there and keep it moving.
Okay, awesome. So for everyone else that is not on the call that you will listen to this video, we do have access to this sample of a trust. And I'm just going to just go down to the bottom here. And this is one of the things I did have a question with when I first saw this. So Vince, now on here, we have the grantor and two trustee. And I believe you're saying that you don't have to have the two trustees here. You can just have one trustee. So I want to make sure that's not confusing for people on here, because you can modify that if you want to. So
yes, you
we
can.
have,
The only reason that's like that is because that was my trust, and I had my daughter as a second trustee.
gotcha. So I just want to make sure no one have any problems with that when they send this template. The witness, again, that can be anybody, right, Vince, as a witness on your documents. Okay, cool. Now, this is the Schedule A here. A few of us, we modified this a little bit, but according to Vince, this is really all you need on here, and that should be sufficient. This is the last page what need to be notarized. My only 2 cents to this is leave enough space when you print this out, that when you get it recorded and certified, they need enough space down here to put their label and their seal. If not, they'll put it on a blank sheet of paper to add to your trust. So you just want to make sure whenever you print this, you can. Now, the question was, Vince, we had before, how you should print this out on 8x14 or 8x11. Is there a preference that you believe we should look lean into?
Legal paper. Isn't that 8x11 legal paper?
Yeah. Legal is 14.
Yeah, 14 then. 8x14 legal size paper.
Okay, cool. So that was one of the things I did when, in my example, when I took it to the court recorder. Once they certified and gave me a copy back, they gave me a copy back on 8x11. So the original paperwork went in as a 14, which is their hard copy that they have on file. But what I got back was 11, 8x11. So not a major thing, but that is the preference associated to what Vince is saying about printing out. Do anyone besides Vince have any questions about the revocable trust or issues and questions you might have had when you did your trust?
I just need to make one statement that's very important that I experienced. You may not experience it when you go to record it. You need to make sure that whoever notarized the document at the end, you need to make sure that they put the month, the date, and the year of the expiration of expires. Now, some other counties may not catch that, but that'll save you another trip. That's important. So that's it.
Okay. I know we got a few notaries on the call here too. Anything y'all want to address? I mean, I think it's kind of elementary, but anybody have any input? No? Okay. So we're gonna move on. Anybody have any questions about the revocable trust? All right, awesome. All right, so Vince, what I'm gonna do is let's jump on to the 2848.
Want to go the correct signatures, because there is a couple of different signatures on a couple of different forms in a couple of different ways. You may want to just at least dictate the signatures are important. As far as, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, you mean how you should sign it?
Yeah.
Okay, Vince, you want to kind of go over how they should sign their name on the revocable trust?
Upper, lower, and petite TTEE behind your name. You got to play your position. If you're dealing with a trust, you put TTEE. If you're dealing with a state, you put EX. So you have to play your position. Now that 2848, let's get down to the right one. Because that's the way I did mine. But that was almost 3 years ago.
All right.
A lot of people getting kicked back.
So this is the one I did. So on the 2048, your all caps name, and care of your address, we do bracket the zip code. The representative is your upper and lowercase name. And the same thing with the address. I know we don't have no CAF number yet, so it's not there, and your phone number. And this information you can just take straight off what was already there already. I don't think that really changed too much, but I want to say that this is your birth year. Is that correct, Vince? The first one is your birth year.
Yes.
Okay, so the year period.
Before you go too far on those brackets for the zip code, is that mandatory?
Vince, you want to kind of go over the reason why the care of and bracket of the zip code?
Well, because when you have the brackets and care of, you're on the land. You kill a presumption that they have that military jurisdiction over you with them zip codes.
Okay.
Very, very simple. You know what I mean?
Very simple, but beautiful. You know what I mean? In understanding.
Exactly, because they get us. I mean, it's just the small things that put you back in their jurisdiction. And it's so crazy how the system is.
Yeah, just the simplest things.
All
right, so moving down here on 5A, again, all this right here is on the example. We just put it down verbatim on here. Let's just scroll down to the bottom. You can see here how I signed. This is one of the things that you was talking about, Deja. You just want to, play your position, as Vince would say, and the trustee, and so forth.
So on all the documentation, Vince, it is in our best interest to put the brackets to attach ourselves to the land on everything we do from now on, basically.
Pretty much. Yes, indeed. Once you have everything together, notarized, once your trust and everything is notarized, you send off all your paperwork, that's how I would do it. But we can also play double dutch between the public and the private.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Trojan horse.
You know, we can send that star man out there to get anything we want, and then come back on the private side and say thank you.
Absolutely.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because they think you a debtor when you out there signing them contracts. Hey, here's my name right here. Go ahead. 45 days. Bam. Thank you. Appreciate it.
So when we see the saying that says principle is to principle, I don't know exactly what it says, but that's pretty much what it's talking about. Am I correct? What is the saying, or what is the phrasing?
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, like principle is to principle. I don't know exactly what it is, but you see it a lot of places, and you're like, what exactly does that mean? But that means like I started it, give it back after you make the money.
That part right there. Equity is the principle. Is principle. I can't remember.
Right.
I know what you're talking about, though.
Yep. Okay.
All right. Let's pull it back. So let's go back to the form. So down at the bottom here, we're just pretty much taking the row here, D as an officer, and what we instructed to put the trustee. And again, you want to sign your name as the trustee. All right, so the next form is the 8821, which you were saying, Vince, that this is where we're given power over to the trust from the straw man, all caps name.
Yes, indeedy.
All right, so the same thing here, guys, in care of the address, brackets, the zip code, the designee who will be giving it to, it was giving it to our living trust. Now, one of the recommendations on the trust that Vince gave us is to use your initials. Use your initials, revocable living trust. Should be a different address, than your straw man. All right, so right here, I'm using my business address for my trust, so I can have the separation between the two as well. So the 821, you got your all caps, and then you have your living trust. And of
Now
course,
you can. Oh, sorry about that.
no, go ahead.
You can use the same address. It's just that you got a different. See, when you do this, the IRS is actually doing a credit check, so everything needs to match up. But because you had used that address so many times, that's why it was so easy for you, because it matched up. See, a lot of people, they might have an old address that they use, but then they move and then they use a new address and they get flagged because they can't match you up. So you might have to go back to your old address to make it go through. You know what I'm saying?
Makes sense. Got it.
Mm-hmm.
But one of the things I want to make clear here too is whatever address you use here, that also should be, let me get out here real quick. That should be the address you use on your EIN number, because that was one of the steps in there is wherever you use for your EIN number, you just want to stick with that address. So like you saying, Vince, once it's in their system, use it, it should match up to the credit check because you already publicize it as
Exactly.
well. Okay. So whatever you give the IRS, that's what you want to continue to use. If it's going to be your primary one or your business, whatever it is, you just want it to be linked. And I understand that point. Now we'll go over the EIN number here in a second, but I'm just going to go back to the 8821. So on the 8821, so we know block 1 and block number 2, what need to be there. Your CAF number is still none, your phone number. And I'm going to scroll down. This is the information here, which is the example of the employment payroll. Same thing with the year. So this is pretty much kind of generic what Vince have given us to use. And down at the bottom, same thing, play your position. You want to go ahead and sign it off as your trustee there. And that's pretty much it. Anyone have any questions about the 8821?
Well, you know what? You know what's missing there?
What's that?
On the trust. Go back up to the trust. Where's your EIN number at? The PTIN.
Well, that's the EIN number.
Yeah.
Okay.
But they'll probably be able to match it up anyway. You know what I'm saying? Because they're gonna look up that trust. You know what I mean?
But that's
But hold
good.
on. But I want to make sure, because I don't think none of us done that. So the P10, you want us, or a team there, you want us to put the EIN number here of the trust.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Sorry about that, y'all. But they're gonna look it up anyway. It's gonna match up anyway.
Well, Paula found another number to fax, so I guess we can just edit that and maybe resend it.
Yeah.
No, it should match up though. Remember, they're gonna look up that trust and see if it's in there. You see what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
So you still good.
Okay.
But it's good to know though. Definitely.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, we want to
sorry
become
about
experts at filling these forms out, you know?
Yeah, I just noticed that. You know what I'm saying? That's a good thing.
That's a good eye.
Okay. That's a good point. So I'm gonna make sure moving forward, guys, I'm gonna edit this form. I'm gonna put it back in the Google Drive. So anyone that have not did the 8821, they'll have that change to it, that modification.
And Khalil,
I
that
did
is,
a
that
fax,
is
so
the
I'm going to
social.
resend mine.
Yeah,
to
up at the top. Up at the top, yes, Mike. I'm sorry, what you say?
Everybody's number has been busy when they try to fax it, so we had to e-fax it. But we found another number that's not busy. We can get it straight through to. So I'm going to resend mine to that number.
Where that number is at, Deja?
I'll put it in the chat. Or
All right.
actually, hold on.
All right, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so far we went over the 2848 and the 8821 with a change to the EIN number for the trust. Should be on here in the documentation. Other than that, did anyone have any questions about the two documents?
Mm-mm.
Okay. Hey, Vince, can you go over the non-descendant letter? Anything that we really need to pull from this besides you're not dead?
That's pretty much it. I mean, you're just letting them know that you are alive. You know what I'm saying? And it changed my files from descendant to non-descendant. I am alive and well, able to handle my own affairs. Thank you.
Gotcha. So you can see here, guys, that we're using our upper lowercase name. Same thing with the care of and the brackets there, Mike, you see. And then we're sending it, mailing this to Department of Treasury, the IRS. Here's the address. And we're going to be doing utilizing registered mail. Now, this number up here is the receipt number that you will use, which is different on this letter now. Okay.
Right.
So that would be a different one. You can pick the green cards up from the post office before you mail it out. So that way you can actually type it in if you want to, and then take it to the post office if you want.
So yeah, I had deleted that. I wasn't sure if that's supposed to be on there or not.
Yeah, you deleted
No,
that.
That's my registered mail number. I'm sorry.
So we delete that, but we do not delete. If you scroll down, it says here it is right here. Without prejudice, we don't delete that though, right?
Nope.
No, you leave that there. The only thing that you take off is what I highlighted in yellow, which is the registered mail number, which everyone will get their own unique ID number when they mail it off.
Gotcha.
Now, again, you can pick up these from the post office and then you can print it out. But one of the things you want to be careful of is right here, these documents that need to be enclosed. You need to have a copy of your driver license, social security card, certificate of living birth, your birth certificate, and then this letter. I think Rich asked Vince a question like, if these like hard documents, like instead of driver license, can we send off a passport? I believe Vince, you said that's no problem because this identify who you are and things like that. But these other documents need to be enclosed with this letter.
Mm-hmm.
And you can see how I signed it. Same thing, upper lowercase on both areas. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right, cool. Now, one of the things too, I added the revocable trust. Where is that? Here we go. So this is the one that I did on myself. You can see that it had the barcodes on it. It have the stamps have been certified. And I'm gonna scroll down to the last page. You can see here that they have their file and recorded number here and as well. So you want to have something like this. I'm in Texas, so it may be a little different in Georgia and how it looks. But here in Texas, we actually get ours on the spot once we're done. And they'll have the stamp and everything there. I see you, David. Looking good, brother. You got yours. And what you want to do is once you have this recorded and you have a certified copies, and correct me if I'm wrong, Vince, we want to notify the Attorney General. And I took your letter. Let's see, where's that? Right here. So I redid it. He sent a picture. I put it on Word for everybody so you can modify it yourself. So same thing here. The way Vince had it was you have your up and lowercase trustee at the top. Here, I had to use Texas. I had to look up Texas Attorney General and address for them. But pretty much this right here is the same thing you'll put in everybody. Just depends on what state you're in. Just look up your Attorney General, the address, but your information at the top, the date you're going to do it, and your signature block down at the bottom.
Hey, Khalil, real quick up top, your name, after your name, is it TTEE or TTE?
TTEE.
Okay, all right. Thank you.
Now, what I did also, since I lived in Georgia most of my adult life, I did another letter for Georgia. So I'm going to send both of these. I'm gonna send a copy to Georgia, and I'm gonna send a copy to Texas, just for me, just to make sure I'm covering all my bases. Since I have some issues in Georgia that I'm trying to work through, I want to make sure that Attorney General is informed of my trust. All right.
I hate to go back, but on that, the living trust, on that document, the second from the last page where you have the witnesses at, you put down all of your names: Michael Montre Anderson, Michael Anderson, Michael M. Anderson, MMA Anderson. And if you have a second name that you had before, then you put that the first original name you had. So if I changed my name before, I put my new names, and then at the end I put the my first original name along with those names.
So I had a name change
On the Schedule A.
Right. So what I did was, where
it's under the witnesses on Schedule A, right there. Scroll down a little bit more, right?
Yeah.
A little bit more. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, right there. So as you can see, I put all my variations of my name.
Right.
Khalil Shafiq, Khalil Shafiq, Khalil Shafiq, even with the initial, not the initial, and then my birth name, and then without the middle name, and then with the middle initial. All the ways that I have used it in the past. I put all the variations.
So the birth certificate, your new birth certificate is what we're going at for, but the change is just, that's the only time you'll see the change name in this process.
Okay, just make sure I understand your question, and Vince, you can jump in too. Is if you did a legal name change and your social did not change, your paperwork can go with your legal name change, because they'll be able to track it back to your birth certificate.
Okay.
But on the trust, I just wanted to make it clear that there's different variation of my legal name at the moment. Right. But if they ever look at my birth certificate is going to say Stanley Johnson, not Khalil Shafiq.
Gotcha. Okay.
Y'all on fire. Let's get it.
Yeah. All right, cool. All right, so that was the 2848. That was the 8821. That was the revocable living trust. That was the non-descendant letter. That was the attorney general letter. And the only thing that we mentioned here, that the 28 and the 2848 and the 8821 have to be faxed off. Okay. That had to be faxed off to, and we'll put it on here. Matter of fact, let me see.
Philadelphia.
Yeah. Was it PMSC? What was it? What was it? PMAC?
Hold on.
What was it, guys?
I have it. Hold on. Taking the pictures, boy. PM at hold
on. Huh?
Hold on, I just wrote down the number. But go ahead. I'll get it.
No, I was trying to pull it up. Anyone know what that the acronym was for the IRS we're sending off to? What days were you?
I'm here. Would you ask?
What's the acronyms for the IRS that we send it to? It was PM what?
It has the S in it, but it's PAMC. PAMC.
Got it. Thank you. All right, so here's the fax number to Philly right here. So that's the 855-772-3156.
And my other phone is dead. I have the other number that doesn't, it's not as busy. That I'll also put so we can add it.
It's going to Philly?
Yeah, it's going to the same place. It's another number.
Okay.
All right, cool beans.
All right, so we'll use that too as well. All right, so that's the fax number for the 2848, the 8821. The non-descendant letter, we're mailing it off to the IRS, the Department of Treasury there. And the Attorney General letter, of course, we're mailing that to their office as well. And that's also with the trust. documents, a certified copy to the Attorney General as well. Now, Vince, let's say we got all this stuff filled out. What should we be expecting? Once I faxed off my documents to the IRS, I mail off my non-descendant letter, I notify the Attorney General of I'm the trustee. What proof that we should be getting back, that we should be looking for, and what time frame?
Usually within a month or two, sometimes 2 weeks, they'll send you back a letter saying that your status has been upgraded to non-descendant. The state's Attorney General, he might not send you anything back, but you'll know. If you ever come in contact with law or anything like that, you'll know. Because they're going to leave you alone.
Okay. So you're saying it can be a couple of weeks before we get somebody from the IRS, or a couple of months, right?
Right.
And with the non-descendant letter, we should not be looking for any type of response.
No, from the state's Attorney General, but from the IRS, they'll send you a document saying that your status has been upgraded to non-decedent. Oh, I should have put that in the chat, huh? As a response.
No,
My fault.
we have it. You shared it in the other chat.
Oh, okay, cool.
All right, cool. So let's say now, Vince, we took care of this foundation stuff. Our status has been changed. All right, how do we use this now to get remedy from the IRS? Can you go ahead and go into the 1099Bs for us, please?
Well, what we got to realize now that everything is done, we now can report every barter. So basically every situation or every contract that you have ever signed, you can now report the barter, which is in the form of a 1099B. And because we're in our trust, everything is non-taxable. Everything is a gift. So when we do the 1099B, we invoke an investigation. So let's say you have a car loan. It's $33,000. You're going to get the EIN number to that corporation. And always remember, we're always the lender. We are always the lender because we are the bank. So we report that barter. We'll pick whoever we got the loan from, put the amount there, and then we'll just e-file it off. Or the way that we're going now, we already have tax preparers that you can just scan your 1099B, and then they'll file it through the fire system. Because now we've been seeing that these third-party entities, they're saying they're accepted by the IRS, but it's not on your transcript. So now that we got these CPAs that can actually do it for you, you can then go to your transcripts and see it. Once you see it on your transcript, then you file your 1040 or your 1041 through the trust. Make sense?
It does, but let me just kind of take a step back on that one real quick. So Vince, what I got up now is the 1099B. What you're just saying, we have people within our group that we can fill this out, get this back to you, and I believe you said you might have somebody added to the group that can process our 1099Bs for us. And what we need in your example was the account number if we was doing an auto loan. If we wanted to do something like our QCert report number, we can do that as well. But the 1099B is basically asking the IRS to do an audit on whatever the entity that we're going after. And once that 1099B have been filed and the IRS did an audit on that entity, can you explain what comes back to us?
All right, so basically once you do the audit, you're telling the IRS to go in there and get your beneficial interest. If you have the QSIP results, as you can see on this form, it says QSIP. If you order the QSIP on it, you're telling the IRS to go into the double bookkeeping entry. So say the loan is $11,000, okay? When you put the QSIP on there, it can be up to 10 times that amount. Because that's the interest that they claim, but they never reported. Make sense?
Makes sense. Makes sense.
Now, see what Brian did was he times it by 10 already, which lets you know. You see where he put the bartering? 110,000 at the bottom?
Down at number 13, everybody, the 110.
And what they did was,
I'm sorry. I apologize. when they report that bartering or that amount, they never, how do they actually get away with that? Like, I mean, I understand the concept, but how do they just get away with it without any, how do they just get away with that?
Okay, let's look at it like this. If me and you rob a bank and we don't say nothing about it, we stay out of jail, right?
I got you.
But if you
I got you. No, see no evil.
So did they literally never ever think that anyone would figure this out, or they were like, we're just gonna run it up until they figure it out?
they're gonna run it up until they figure it out.
Yeah,
But think
because it's
about it like this:
yeah,
70% of the nation have not figured it out,
correct.
and that's why on the next form, put up the next form. This is what they did.
Which one?
The one after this one, the INT.
Oh. Mm-hmm.
So once he e-filed that, the bank then sent him this INT for the 110. It's probably more money than that, but more credits than that. But that's what they sent him back. And then he files that into his, he can file that on his 1041.
Got you.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, because there's no way it's a nice even number like that. It's probably more than that. Ain't no way it came out to that 110 on the nose.
See,
No, that's what he put that on there.
Okay,
right.
Oh, so it's probably more than that. I see what you're saying. He assumed that, he guessed at it at that amount.
Right, and they send it back to him quick because it's probably a lot more than that. Now, when you invoke this investigation with the B, and the IRS does their investigation, they're going to send you an OID or an INT, and it'll probably be a lot more than that. But just for now purposes, I would be fine with that. Would you?
Yeah, I'll be fine. I'll be fine with $110,000. That's fine. For
you know what I'm
just
saying?
$11,000 I put in the bank, and I can pull out $100,000. Yeah, I'm fine.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. So we have options. You know what I mean? We have a lot of. We can let them do it, or we can do it ourselves. You know, they can't fight it. You know what I'm saying? They can't fight it because just like Paula was showing us, you know what I'm saying? Once you get that POA, that stops them from filing fees on you. You know what I mean?
Right.
We're talking about the power of attorney. Gotcha.
Yeah, because just like on her transcript, they was filing all this stuff on her stuff. Makes no sense without her even knowing it. So we stopped them from doing all that.
Gotcha.
We found out.
All right. So again, just want to bring it back. We filed the 1099-B. On that particular case on here, we have in the stream with Brian. He was using his bank account with deposit. So he said that he had 11,000. Go right back to it.
That was a loan. That was a loan.
Okay,
that was a car loan.
So this is 11,000 on a car loan. He down here in block number 13, he was saying that's 110. You can say you really can leave that blank. Is that what I'm understanding, and let them figure it out? Or
yeah, you can. But if you just want to get it back, this times it by 10. They know what you're doing. Modern money mechanics.
Hey.
So basically saying this can be also money you deposited into your account. We can use this strategy as well, times 10. Is that correct?
Yes, indeed.
Okay. So basically, everyone, what he just said, any bank account you ever had, every dollar that you deposit into that checking account, what the bank is lending out, and then not reporting that interest to the IRS, by us filling out the 1099-B, we're a whistleblower telling the IRS, say, hey, I put in 11,000 and I'm due back 110,000. I'm gonna send off this bartering instrument here and see what it said. And then what you want to get back is the 1099 INT, where he got the credit of $110,000 back. So Vince, now that we have a 1099 INT, we get our beneficiary interest back. In this particular case, he got $110,000. How do I get the $110,000 into my pocket? Tell us, how do we get this moved? Go ahead.
You're gonna file your 1040 or your 1041, and then you're gonna go to, like, oh shoot.
Here we go, right here.
I do it electronically.
Okay.
This is This is a whole nother step right here. That's a whole
the
nother
video.
step. Yeah,
That's
that's
another
a whole
step.
nother. That's a
Okay.
whole nother step. That's something different. But I go to Tax Act, and just to keep it simple, like you go to Tax Act, you fill out the application like you normally would, and then you will put that 1099 INT on federal withheld. And that's all you do is put it on federal withheld and keep going through the program. We'll go through it. Matter of fact, we'll do that sometime next week or on the weekend or something like that. We'll just go through Tax Act, and I can actually show you how to do that. But you would just put that 1099 INT, and you will put it on federal withheld on it. And basically that refund will come right back to you.
And that'll be a refund check from the IRS to you, not in the
Yes,
trust, but to you, your all caps.
No, to the trust.
To the trust. All right. So this is the reason why it's important to have that bank account, because now you can go ahead and cash and deposit that check.
Yes.
It's the pass-through.
And the same thing. I mean, y'all seen the videos of us doing it, right?
Yeah, that video, I was going to sleep on it all night, man. She was getting that thing in.
Yes, but you see how fast she did it, though, right?
Man, I mean, incredible. I mean, incredible,
Okay.
man.
So now we bypassing everything. We're going through the tax preparers and everything who has the fire system account and the IRS account. Now it's on your transcript. Now they can see it there. So when you file, all they do is connect the dots. Bam! Send him his money. Come on. Come on.
That's good. It makes sense, baby. It makes sense.
And the thing that we got to realize about the 1099-B is the fact that everything that we file on, we can prove. It's not like we're lying or just putting some astronomical number out there. We can prove it. That's what makes the B the stuff, student loans, you know what I mean? Mortgages, the big things out there. We can prove it.
So just to make sure and this kind of clarifies since we're recording this, you're saying any loan, any debt, that can be a car note, that can be a mortgage, that can be student loan, that can be child support, that can be your checking accounts, that can be a court case, anything you have proof of the loan that you use your social, you can submit that with a 1099-B, and you will get back your beneficiary interest once it's on your transcript, because that's what the 1099, that's the filing of the 1099 INT. Once we file that and it get on our trust transcript, then we can pull that money down as much as we want at any given time. But let me ask you this: what is your recommendation? Let's say we pull 10 mil. You kind of suggest don't be too greedy and pull that down. You have a certain number you tell the group here that we should do, and kind of keep it underneath the radar. Can you go over that and why you suggest a lower amount to pull off, at certain times?
Well, say you use the INT on your 1040, okay? Your bank is only going to insure you for $250.
250,000.
So I would basically keep it around that. But if you got a trust account, it's $250 per beneficiary. You see what I'm saying? So you can pretty much go. You can go up to $1 million if you want to, depending on your beneficiaries. But my main thing is, if you know what you need for the year,
right,
and to be comfortable, keep it that way. Because once you get that check, you're good for the year. Okay, I'm good for this year. I'll just wait till next year and do it again. You know what I'm saying? Comfortability. Right. You know what I mean?
And just want to make sure, just because you might pull down some million, I want to make sure I understand, you can let the rest move on to the next year or so. And whatever you pull down, it is write off as credits, correct? To move forward for another tax year, correct?
Okay, my phone just rang. Say that again.
I was saying, let's say you did get a large amount in, and let's say you do want to pull 250 down for yourself, or maybe a $500,000 because you got multiple beneficiary, just keeping it low. The rest of the amount, you can just have that forward to your next tax year, and that'll just be as credits for you, correct?
Right. So you could basically, You can charge up your B if you want to. That's the next step. You know what I mean? Make it for 10 mil, and then you can file what you need for this year and move those tax credits to next year.
All right. I think that went over some people's head. So you were saying,
okay,
like, you
so
can stack.
pull up that 1040. Pull up that 1040 that you just posted.
All right. Got the 1040 up.
All right.
So this person say here they got 100 million. This is
come on.
So he got 100 million. He pulled down 100 million.
Right.
And let's scroll here on the refund. Got account number. He's only pulling down $250,000.
With his routing number and everything, right?
Right. And he's taking the rest of the money and he's pushing out forward to his next tax year.
There you go. Come on.
Hey, making sense, baby. That's it right there.
That's so simple, isn't it?
You don't have to do anything. If I know I got $100 million and I can pull down 250 whenever I want to, and I got $99 million just sitting as credit, I'm golden. I'm
there
good.
You go.
I don't need to do anything else.
There you go.
But create. Just
That's
keep
right.
creating.
Yeah. All right. Cool. All right. So I'm kind of getting ahead of myself. So we're
you
kind of
did get ahead of yourself. You sure did. We weren't even supposed to be doing this, but it's all good.
All right. Let me bring it back. All right. So let me hit the process again. So what we're doing is we are bringing in the IRS to barter for us, which is the 1099B. Once we have set up our power of attorney, which is our 2848, and then we gave permission over to our trust, which is our 8821, and then we notify the attorney general and everyone else that we are the trustee by our revocable living trust, and we set up a bank account so we can receive these funds. Once we set up the 1099B, the IRS do its thing, we'll get back a 1099 INT with our beneficiary interest. And we can use this for any debt, any loan, anything we ever use our security number on, and we can stack these, not just one time. We can do this multiple times and keep adding to our credit. Hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars. Is this correct? So
there you go.
And then we can pull off 250 here and there. We can do that multiple times throughout the year if we need to. Is that correct?
If you need to. Yep.
And we can pull off 250 per beneficiary of our trust. Is that correct?
Come on. Can I
ask a question?
All right. So my question is, what do you say the time frame? Let's say I started today. I fill out my forms. I'm faxing. I got my trust starting. I'm over my bank account. And let's say it take me a week or two to get all that done. Just say that. And you told me you recommend doing the social to social one and get the QSET report, but we can just do any loan. What is your recommendation? What should be the first one that someone should do to start stacking their 1099Bs?
Do their bank account or a loan?
Bank account, because you don't need no QSET report. So you can just do your bank account, your deposit, or a loan you have and go that way with your 1099B. That's your first recommendation.
Yep.
All right.
And then once, hold on, sorry about that. Once it gets on the and once it's on your transcript, you can log into the IRS and see it on your transcript, file your taxes. Because now they see it.
And you can file your taxes anytime, which is the 1040, correct?
Yep.
Awesome.
Come on.
So again, my question is, what have you seen the time period from A to Z of having money sitting in their trust bank account?
My 3 checks came in within 2 to 3 weeks.
Hold on, back up. Say that one more time.
My trust returns came in like 2 to 3 weeks.
But hold on, that's not recent, right? Yours, you talking about a minute ago, correct?
2020 came in 2 to 3 weeks. 2022 came in, I think I did 2 of them, 2 to 3 weeks. But remember now in 2022, they fired everybody. You see what I'm saying?
They fired everyone to kind of slow the system down. That's your point.
Come Come on.
And they hired all
down
the
the-
people. They put
So they
retards.
hired-
Pardon my French.
They hired all the people who don't know nothing.
So that slows everything down. They literally
All right.
fired the OGs.
So what
Yep.
time period are we looking now in 24? What are your, what's your
I would say between 2 and 3 months.
2 to 3
But
months?
remember now, when you file, you already see it on your transcript. So if you see it, guess what?
They see it.
Come on.
It's in the process.
That's right.
No, it's
No,
ready
it's
to be
done.
released.
It's done.
Like they
If
said.
it's on your transcript, it's done. You just got to file your report at that time, your 1040.
Mhm.
Well, that's what I'm. But I mean, that's the step. But you're still waiting on the process. Now you got to wait the 3 months.
No, you don't. Once it's in your once it's on your transcript, the process is done. All you have to do now is file your 1040 to move it to your trust bank account
Mhm.
or get the check in your trust name.
Got you. I see what you're saying.
Mhm.
Right. And I think on that 1040 we saw, he already had his routing number and stuff on there. So he didn't get a check, he'll get a deposit
Right, on the 1040.
on the
So
1040.
basically, on the 1040, you can give them their cut, and on the 1041, you take off. You got your choice. You know
All
what
right,
I mean?
back up. I'm back up. I want to make sure everyone understand what you just said. If I file a 1040, the IRS take a portion of that and we're kind of keeping them happy. If we
Right.
file a 1041, we're not paying the IRS anything and we get it all. And I think you recommended 1040, so why not let the IRS have their percentage, because we're keeping them happy. We kind of keeping the wheels turning, and you really not
Mhm.
losing anything because you constantly keep tapping into your credits anyway if you need to. Is that correct?
There you go. Come on.
So Vince, when you said 2 to 3, you just did like 2 or 3 QSIP. I mean, what you were just doing it basically how many different ones, right?
Say that again.
When you said your 2 or 3 different checks that you received, so you just did the 2 or 3 different QSIPs, whatever they may have been. Is that
Exactly.
okay?
Or my, mhm.
All
Or
right.
my bank account. Like this
So-
year, between my account, yeah, I'm good. I'm good.
So David brought up a good thing about the QSEP. So just want to bring it up. This is for the reporting purposes. You have the capability, Vince, to get a QSEP report, and all we need to do is fill this out, and this will cost $150, and within a certain time period, we'll get a QSEP report that we can use to complete a 1099B and use the same remedy. Is that correct?
Right, because remember, think about all the bank accounts we had. All those bank accounts we had that we can order. So they might be old, but the QSIP report exposes the fraud, saying, well, if you still securitizing, that means this account is still good. Let me claim this off of that. See what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Come on. That's like if you got old court cases. The QSIP results tell you that it's still being securitized. Let me claim on that. You see what I'm saying?
Because they
There's nothing
trade
they
up
can
to
do.
75 years on the
Come
securities.
on. Come on.
So this is the reason why it's important for us. I mean, I understand the low-hanging fruit, which is the bank accounts. I get that. The QSIP report is a little bit more detailed, and it's a cost factor to it. I understand that too as well. But the QSIP report shows all the fraud that is going on, all the income they're making. They're not reporting those gains to the IRS. So this is like the smoking gun. You know what I'm saying? We're showing the IRS this has been going on. And even like you said, it can be some old court cases, it can be child support, it can be an old car note, it can be anything that you had a debt with. We can go back with a QSIP report and get our beneficiary interest from it. Is that correct?
There you go.
I'm loving it. I'm loving it. All right. I'm gonna try to keep this thing short and sweet, and I think we pretty much got A to Z. And I don't want to get it confused with any other process, but I'm just going to recap, and I'm gonna turn the mic back over to you, Vince. So what you told us so far, we're using the IRS as a partner, as a whistleblower on these lenders, these people, the so-called is debtors, where we really are the lender. I'm not gonna go down that hole yet, but the main thing is that by filling out these forms, we're taking a power of attorney, which is the 2848. We're giving permission over to our trust, which is the 8821. And then the other documents, we're saying that we are alive, but we're not dead, which is the non-descendant letter. And then we're putting everyone on notice by sending them a certified recorded copy of our trust to let them know that we are the trustee now. And we got a bank account set up so we can start using financial instruments to move money into our trust account. So once we do that, one of the steps you mentioned is we can use our bank accounts, we can use different loans and do the 1099-B, which you have the system, the fire system, where we can go ahead and send this to you and your people, and they can go ahead and file this. Once they file the 1099-B, it'll be put on our transcript. And we also can receive a 1099-INT as well. But once it's on the transcript, then we can turn around and either do a 1040 or 1041 to pull those resources. You recommend 250, kind of keep it simple, something we can do. You say also we can do it per beneficiary as well that is on our trust. But we're not trying to clear out the bank and pull everything. Just enough to kind of keep things going. But we can do it multiple times throughout the year as well, which is another benefit. So the QCert report, you can go that route and order it from you. And then I'll give us more details on that company or that instrument and find out what have been accumulated and not reported, and we can do the same thing. So what we're saying is within 2 to 3 months from A to Z, we possibly can have remedy, refunds sitting if we follow these steps. Is that correct? Anything you can add to that?
Come on now. You are correct. You are correct.
Awesome.
That's for you cheesing.
Awesome.
That's for you cheesing. I cheese. That's for you cheesing.
All right, so I just want to pass the mic real quick. Can anyone else have any questions or put your 2 cents on if someone was seeing this for the first time? What would you say to them to let them know, like, yo, this is it, and this is what you got to do, or your comments to what this can do for you if you follow these simple steps? Anyone? David, I know you got something to say. Come on now. Start drinking your juice and talk.
Hey, man, all I can say, I knew I was going to get them one day. I just didn't know how, but I knew I was going to get them back. But if someone came, I would basically explain to them the positioning that they need to have and the steps like you just said, as far as getting to that. But the great thing about this is it's not as much work like you normally, like you from what we normally would have done. You know,
Well,
they go through this.
Wait a minute. Did you authenticate your birth certificate?
Vince,
Say that again.
you kind of low, Vince.
Oh, did you authenticate your birth certificate? Did
Yes.
you do an FCC process? Did you do a UCC1? I'm gonna sit here and wait.
Say the other one. See the one. Say it again. I know the authenticate, but you said the ECC1.
No, he asked you, did you do your authentication? Did you SPC? Did you do UCC1 to do this process? He asked him, do you have to do all of that to do this?
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Okay,
welcome to my world. Welcome to my world, y'all. Welcome to my world.
All right.
Like I said, you don't have to do all the other steps like the B position. Yeah, the B position. Then from there, it's wherever you need to go, where you're going to be led, to whatever you want to do, or whatever you need.
And then
breaking up a little bit, David. I appreciate it.
I would say this step is incredible, man. But it makes sense. I mean, it literally makes sense. I already believe it. I already know it's true. I can see it all. I can just see it, you know. So
gotcha. I appreciate it. Thank you, David. Anyone else? I know Humpy, you kind of new. Mike, you kind of new to this particular forum. Do you have anything to add? What you're hearing when it's broken down from A to Z? And I'm gonna hit you too, Paula.
Come on, Humpty.
Humpty, you on mute, brother. You on mute, brother.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. I got one question. What about, like, say for instance, I got 8 birth certificates. Can I use any of those? I'm getting ready to send them all to get authenticated, but can I use them now, or do I have to wait till they come back?
Get them authenticated for what?
Like you were saying, none of that need to be done in this process, brother.
Oh, wait. So each one of those birth certificates I have has a bond number on it, right?
Are they different file number on each one?
Yes.
Ooh, wee.
So that's a QSIP report for each one of those file numbers.
Say less.
Well, say less.
All I want to know how you get 8 different birth certificates.
I sent off for them. Each one came back with a different file number.
Okay.
Well, you're looking at I'm sorry, go ahead, Vince.
Is that the one? Hold up. You can only get 10 of them in a lifetime, right?
I don't know how many.
No.
I know when I order 2 different times, it came with a different number stamp on it, but the file record is what they're looking for. It's always the same.
Right.
I don't know if that is. The file record is really what you're getting your QSIP or your bond on. But if they had a different number stamp on there, that's different every time they send it out. But you're looking for your file record. They'll say file record.
That's at the top. Not the number that's in red.
Not the number is red.
No, just the file number.
Okay, gotcha.
That's the only one that matters.
Right.
I'm gonna tell you what my broker said to me 3 years ago. He said, Vince, I don't care if it's authenticated, I don't care if it's live, I don't care what it is. The only thing that matters is that file number. And if they all the same, it's not yours anyway. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Only thing we need is the file number. That's it. So what is that telling you? What is that telling you? It don't matter what you do to it. Only thing that they need is the file number.
So basically what you're saying, I can do my bank accounts and my birth certificate at the same time.
If you want to. But since you starting off, man, just do your bank account. Let's make it easy, because once that come in, your eyes will open really wide.
How many bank accounts can we do? Because I got 5.
That's 1099B for each one of them.
That's right.
It's all your money, man. It's all lawful money that you can get returned to you the proper way.
Okay. Gotcha.
We got to learn the process of private banking, and that's what it is. All of our dollars are worth more legally after we go through these processes.
So is it based upon how much money you deposited over the year?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
And if you got charges, all that got QSIP double to it, baby.
Come on.
Look,
come on.
The document,
mortgages, all of them, baby.
What about line? What if you got like a line of credit?
Everything that you signed for, everything that you signed for, you created the money for, because you created the promissory note with your signature. At the end of these transactions, they get funds out of our securities and promissory notes with our signature. That's what it says. So everything that you signed for falls under this purview.
Okay, gotcha.
So the document that really got me understanding all of the things that they securitize that you guys may want to look at is called creditors and their bonds. And that shows you how everything is securitized, even things that you don't realize. And those are the things that we need to know so we know what to go back for.
Come on. See, I ain't even got to say nothing.
All right, so let's keep going.
Creditors and their bonds is a great book, a great read.
Appreciate it. So Paula, you have something you want to add, or are you looking, Paula?
Come on, Paula.
I'm happy as can be because I already see the money coming.
Hey, Sarita.
I showed Vince yesterday.
Awesome.
Sarita, how you doing down there, Sarita?
Yeah.
Is Sarita on?
Yeah, she's on. She snuck in. What's up, Sarita?
Okay.
I don't know. We can't hear you.
Oh, she's still on mute.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So, Mike, real quick with you, Mike, how you feeling?
Hey, I just know that this group that we have right here, plus the money that we're looking at, I see a lot of community, a lot of building, a lot of positioning and putting other people in place and not giving them this, but giving them structure to actually excel in life, but kind of gatekeeping this thing to where, you know, we starting something, man, we are the new creators in this thing. We're about to really create something that's magical, that's meant for us to do.
Okay, so look at it like this, y'all. Business to business. Everybody got their trust, right? Every year, everybody donates $50,000 to a nonprofit. Okay. You see what I'm saying? Everybody donate their business, donate to the nonprofit. Everybody be beneficiaries of the nonprofit. Go ahead and rehab a couple houses, put some veterans up in there. That's $4,000 a veteran. Come on. Come on.
Yeah.
You see where I'm going with that?
Definitely. It's funny. Me and Paula, before everybody got on today, we were just talking about that because right now, one of the niches is senior market, the niche. So anything dealing with senior homes, anything dealing with condos that cater to them, and anything where you can kind of get a cash cow check from, you can kind of set up. It's really great because this is one thing Clay was talking about, how we can just recirculate the GPD and putting things back into the system. But at the same time, our nonprofit can be used as a vehicle as well. So that's a great idea.
Okay, so here's another thing. This is what I used to do. I used to do medical courier, and I was making about $2,000 a week. I ain't gonna even lie. Y'all find a pharmacy, right? Get with the pharmacy manager and tell them you got between 8 and 10 vans, cargo vans, that can run the route to all the nursing homes. Do you know how much that is per year? I was working for somebody. Imagine that $2,000 being a direct contract. Now it's $4,000. Come on, a week per car.
That's what I was saying, just positioning different businesses for our people to just run while we just kind of sit back and put them together.
There you go.
Yeah,
definitely. I see a text from Sarita that she was trying to get unmuted, but I think she dropped off as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Deja, you have anything you want to add before we stop the recording?
No, I'm good.
Oh, good, Humpty. Appreciate it. Deja, you have anything you want to add before we stop the recording?
All that this really reminds us is that we are extremely powerful. We are what we thought we were. So it's important that we take care of ourselves, because wealth isn't it, it's health, and everything goes with it. So we gotta be in good health to receive what we have, because most people don't even think they have it. They're focusing on the wrong things, not taking care of themselves, not eating right. Meanwhile, you're rich. And as soon as you realize you're rich, then your health's gonna have a problem because you haven't been taking care of yourself.
Come on.
So it all goes, in harmony. Realize that you are, what you think you are, and act like that every day. So fitness and health is really important, because the stuff that they have us chasing, like these fake Federal Reserve notes, is not where it's at.
Why do you think they're trying to change up the system?
And stress about it all day long.
Why do you think they're trying to change up the system? People are catching on, huh?
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Vince, what's your thoughts on that before we close? As far as them trying to, they always switching and pulling back the goalposts. But what is your actual thoughts on that for future references? Once we end,
well, you got everything done to take you out of that custodianship. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
You got your trust and everything together. Typical story. Me and Navy Federal. I was trying to get a Zelle to hook up to my account, right? They said I couldn't do it. And I'm like, why? What is the problem? So I call into the bank. They tell me that I have to get a debit card for my trust account because the trust runs everything for all of my accounts. I was like, very interesting.
Wow. Wow.
Very interesting. So when your trust is on the bank account, it takes over everything. So now they can come into your account and take your stuff because they don't have custodianship over you. Come on.
Powerful.
Come
Yeah.
on.
Yeah.
And where did we hear that from? That's from the Social Security Administration Palms Manual. Come on. Somebody better put me out. I'm on fire. Somebody better put me out.
Put him out, guys. Put him out. He's on fire.
Yeah, I was like, wow, didn't know that. So that's just like, people, when people trying to put liens and stuff on your checking accounts and all, they can do it because they're going through the Social Security number.
Right. Right.
But now that you're trusting your separate EIN numbers over there, they can't touch you. Come on.
Say it again.
Come on, man.
Gotcha.
And here's another subject. That's why when everybody got these court cases, who makes the bonds in the court? Who trades
The
the
clerk of
stuff
court.
on? Come on. Come on.
So if
So
you
when
went to jail once before and you had that court case, you can actually recoup from that?
Order the CUSIP number.
Yep. So, yep. So even though you got in a court case or something happened, isn't that something, Mike? You can benefit off of that. Anything ever they had on you, you can go back now.
Because it's all illegal.
So 2 is a contract.
We can't hear you, Deja.
3 is a bond. 2 people is a contract. 2 people is a contract. 3 people is a bond. We never know the third party. It's a custodian. It's somebody that we don't even know that entered the deal. And
that's the clerk of court. That's the clerk of court.
So 3 is a bond. 2 is just you and me. We sign a contract. They enter a whole nother third person to create the bond. And that's on everything that you sign on.
And they want you to be the corpus delicti. They want you to be the surety. So when they call your name and you be like, I'm here, guess what you just did?
Yeah.
You are now the surety. Come on. That's right.
Cool.
Remember when I said when you got your trust, you put it on a record? And when that judge calls your name, that name.
That name is the trustee of a revocable living trust. Can I have your EIN so that the trust can
You're going too fast. You're going too fast. That name.
I said that name is the trustee of a revocable living trust.
But the trust accepts all charges. But before we can move forward, I'm going to need the EIN number to your corporation so the trust can assess the taxes on this case. Come on.
You got to say you're going to the courts. That's all you have to say. Is that something? That's beautiful.
You killed the presumption that they have guardianship. You expressed your trust. The trust accepted the charges, which means you came in as a non-enemy combatant. Now let's do business. You just killed the whole court case.
Every case that there's not a victim in, even if we look at the Michael Vick RICO case, that's a civil case because there's no victim. The state is the victim.
Come on.
So they're creating themselves to be the victim, but they can't speak. So if you know that the state can't speak, then if there's no, you know what I'm saying? Like if you didn't kill somebody, harm your fellow man, or do something to a person, then you can get out of that case. Now, if there's a victim to speak against you, that's a different story. I don't know how that works. What happens if there's someone accusing you of something, a person?
They still gonna have to take you in the back.
Okay, because you know about the fraud on the bond, the bid bond.
Because the main thing is when that clerk securitizes that case, that's fraud. So before you even go in there, you're gonna go in there with an affidavit of truth. A notice to dismiss for securities fraud, a 3949A on that clerk of court.
Because it's still civil. It's still civil because y'all are trading on this without my knowledge, even if there is a victim.
There you go. Come on. Come on. Then you, after that 3949A, you're going to have the CUSA result. And then you're going to show them the 1099B that's been accepted by the IRS. Come on.
Gotcha.
Your hand has been caught in the cookie jar. Case dismissed. Have
Gotcha.
a good day.
I see, Sarita, you pop back on. You good? You have on something you want to add, Sarita?
Stevie, I'm sorry. I missed everything this morning.
We got the video. You good?
Go
we
ahead.
got the video.
Oh,
we got
okay.
the video. You good?
And thank you to whoever recorded the video.
And I think
Gotcha.
next, either this weekend or next week, let's go over the let's go over the affidavit of truth and the notice to dismiss and everything. You know what I mean?
Woo, woo, yeah.
So one by one, if we knock these documents out and we have full understanding of them, we can come up with our own processes for remedy. I'm
gonna show you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna show you more than I can tell you.
Yeah. And that's perfect.
Right,
That's why you're
before,
here, bro, because you're getting that understanding
before we go there, let's go ahead and close this one out. Y'all about to start another video already. Deja, you got to remember, stay on course, brother. You got to stay what we're talking about so we can get the stuff rolling. So anything else, guys, pertaining to this remedy, this process, and then we can jump on some more on our next recording before we let Vince go.
Matter of fact, let's do that tomorrow morning. Let's go over that affidavit of one in authority tomorrow morning. Let's get it out.
Yes.
Let's get that out the way. Let's get it out the way.
So I just want to say, hey, thank you, Vince, because none of this would be possible to most of the people on this call. I mean, I know we had all different ventures and different rabbit holes we went down to try to get this information. However, thanks to the people on here, especially you, Deja, you found Vince to join the group and everything. So we just want to say, hey, appreciate it. And Vince, I mean, you just really opened up everything, because we know how it is. Me and Paula was just talking about how some people don't want to share and to keep certain things close to the vest, or they want to tax you. Like Sarita was saying on the other call, they want to tax you just to give you bits and pieces of the information and stuff like that. So I just want to say, man, from the bottom of my heart, I appreciate everything that you're offering, you dropping. This is fire, as you say, that, you know, you keep doing, things for us. And I really want to say, I appreciate it. And I know the rest of the people on the call, I know they're going to appreciate it as well, because I'm giving everyone an ultimatum. I'm saying ultimatum. Within 60 days, we got it now, right? Now we got to record it. We got to record it now. So no one should have no excuse of what steps is needed to get remedy where we don't all have $250,000 at minimum. Now, if you're doing big accounts and stuff like that, you can stack them. Like Humpty was saying, we can get as many 1099Bs as many checking accounts you have. Get them for. You know what I'm saying? So we got something. So everyone should have some funds, even if it's a little slow. Now that they fired everyone at the IRS and we got a lot of newbies, we got to take that into consideration. So we should not be dragging our feet on the things that we have underneath our control. So let's make sure we get those things off. So again, Vince, my hat off to you, brother. I thank you for everything that you're sharing, and I appreciate what you're doing, brother.
Your man right here.
Thanks, Vince.
Let's get it, y'all. Let's get it.
Yes, sir.
I'm jealous. I'm jealous.
What you say, Serena?
I said I'm jealous because
Hey, you
I gotta go back.
be.
I gotta go back and listen to the recording. And thank you, David.
Oh,
I thought Vince, you and Khalil were working together this morning, so I just went on and did some other stuff. Yeah.
Nobody, you gonna love this one. Don't even worry about it.
We on it. We on it.
Okay.
I'm headed down to the courthouse. I got things to do.
I can't wait. I can't wait to listen to the recording.
As long as you ain't floating. As long as you ain't floating, take the mushrooms out your mouth. Bye. Let's get it. Let's get it.
So I'm gonna start the recording. Again, this is awesome. So
yeah, that way we can go over the court stuff and